The House will remember that there was some talk at one stage of a Commonwealth citizenship. Now it was difficult to understand what the status of Commonwealth citizenship might be, except that it meant that its members were not completely foreign to one another. That unforeignness remains, but I think it is as well that we left off talking about something vague which could not be surely defined. The other fact also remains, as I have just stated, the fact that we should take the right to ourselves, if we so choose, to exercise it at any time to enter into treaties or arrangements with Commonwealth countries, assuring us of certain mutual privileges and preferences. I have briefly placed before the House this document. It is a simple document, and yet the House is fully aware that it is a highly important document, or rather, what it contains is of great and historic significance. I went to this conference some weeks ago as the representative of India. I had, of course, consulted my colleagues here previously because it was a great responsibility, and no man is big enough to shoulder that responsibility by himself when the future of India is at stake. For many months past, we had often consulted one another, consulted great and representative organizations, consulted many members of this House. Nevertheless, when I went, I carried this great responsibility and I felt the burden of it. I had able colleagues to advise me, but I was the sole representative of India, and in the sense, the future of India for the moment was in my keeping. I was alone in that sense, and yet not quite alone, because as I traveled through the air and as I was there at the conference table, the ghosts of many yesterdays of my life surrounded me and brought up picture after picture before me. Saints and guardians keeping watch over me, telling me perhaps not to trip and not to forget them. I remembered, as many members might remember, that day 19 years ago when we took a pledge for the first time on the bank of the river Ravi at the midnight hour on 26th January, and how we took that oft repeated pledge year after year in spite of difficulty. And finally, I remembered that day when, standing at this very place, I placed a resolution before this House. Let us not be led away by considering the situation in terms of events which are no longer here. You will see that the resolution of the Congress that I have read out says that because India becomes a republic, stop.